Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for tuning into your reading. So today's reading is going to be how do they view you, okay? So most likely we're talking about your person of interest, the one that you came to the reading for, your love interest, but it can relate to other types of people, friends, family, coworkers, just apply it how it resonates. It's a general reading, but it is a romance channel, so keep that in mind. Now you can choose from the thumbnail or the timestamps, however you want to choose intuitively, or you can choose from these cards I'm about to pick for you right now. And I'd like to say thank you to those of you who have ordered private readings from me. You guys keep the channel going for everyone else. You keep me coming back to do more readings, and I really appreciate you guys. You're awesome. And those who just like and subscribe, again, likewise, I appreciate everything that you do. You tuning in, and I intend that you get the most from this reading. That it benefits you, it gives you insight, clarity, catharsis, whatever the case may be, or just is somehow, way, shape, or form entertaining. Okay, I can be a little colorful, sassy, and silly sometimes, so that can be entertaining. And also, just welcome to. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. So, set your intention to get the most out of the reading, and to hear whatever it is that you were guided here to hear, okay? Whatever that might be, whatever that looks like. So we're going to get started, and I'm going to use this little deck here, this little message deck I put together. So this could be a message from your person, it could be something that you were thinking, it could just be a random message from your guides, but this is to help you pick for groups 1, 2, and 3. Let's get a card for group 1. For group 2. One wanted to be flipped over right away. You could be an air sign, have that strong in your chart, be dealing with someone like that. Just be very direct, outgoing, or outspoken, really a bit blunt, or here for direct energy, a direct communication, looking for communication. And group 3. So what have we got here? Somebody here could be dealing with a King of Wands, okay? Potentially a Sagittarius, doesn't have to be. Just going off Inigo Montoya on the Princess Bride card here. It's the King of Wands energy. It says, prepare to die, okay? So, interesting. Do you feel this way towards someone? Do they feel that way towards you? Maybe you just like this movie, this very highly quotable movie, one of the most charming movies ever made by, a lot of accounts, including those who know about, what makes a great movie. But I love it, hence why it's here. That's group 1. So are you drawn to group 1? This is group 2. Sex is emotion in motion. So it's talking about, sex, passion. Ace of Swords is a phallic symbol. So that makes sense. Could be dealing with a masculine. Most who are here are watching for a man or a masculine energy in whatever form that takes. And so that's what that card is saying. So emotion in motion. Maybe people are catching feelings for each other. It was supposed to be casual. Now people are catching feelings for each other. Or maybe somebody is abstaining from the sex because they know that their emotions get involved, and so they're just trying to maybe hold back a little bit. You could be a Leo dealing with someone like that. I don't feel like that last thing I said is the main thing here. I'm not getting a lot of people are holding back, but maybe that's that's an interpretation for the masses, for my viewers, for my true ones who are still here on the channel. I've been on this channel for years, and it's gone through different phases, and I think I'm getting more authentic, and so the viewers who remain are more authentic as well. I'm whittling it down to the most authentic of my viewers. So take group 2, how it resonates, and finally group 3. So we've got kind of a match here. We've got a little bit of a story here going on here, because we've got the King of Wands, or they're the same. That's Wands energy, fire sign energy. I was going to say Scorpio, so you might be Scorpio too, but I meant to say Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Regardless of sign though, if you're new, I throw out the signs because they are an energy, so they are like an adjective. They do describe a certain energy. If you know what that energy is, and somebody says, hey, it's this energy, and then you'll be like, oh, okay, I understand a little more. That's why I throw that out there. Plus, it's fun when you are that sign, and they're like, oh, she's saying my sign, then it makes even more sense. But the point is, it's the energy that's that counts, that's important. And for group 3, we do have Queen of Wands energy, that feminine fire sign energy, and the card says it takes 2 to get 1 in trouble. Okay, it takes 2 to get 1 in trouble. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, and this maybe won't resonate for everybody, but to whom it may concern, you are dealing with a masculine or someone that was looking at this situation like something that they wanted to conquer. Okay, it's very masculine energy in that sense, that even if they like you, or even if we're talking about, you know, soft things like romance, somebody would approach this with this attitude of, I'm here to conquer, I'm here to win, I'm here to get what I want. Not necessarily in a malicious way. I'm not seeing that. We'll see what else comes out later, but I'm seeing it more just like, this is my masculine attitude, that this is, you know, prepare to die. I'm going to slay you, right? I'm going to slay. Okay. I'm going to slay. And for some, that's talking about even like in a, you know, physical sense, to try to keep it a little PG for YouTube, in a physical sense, right? I'm trying to slay you in a physical sense. And she's basically taking accountability for that. Like, whatever's gone down between us, you know, it takes 2 to tango. Okay, it takes 2. So she's saying it takes 2. So it could be maybe, you know, somebody is, you know, slaying someone else, for example, and there's an argument here, and this person's saying, well, it takes 2, because we're talking about blunt energy with this Ace of Spades energy. It's talking about blunt, being direct, to the point, double-edged sword. This is very like strong energy in terms of like, you know, like cutting through the noise and just getting down to business, getting down to the truth. And I feel like you guys, like, there's 2 people here, and that there's this communication. And you guys, if you're not communicating, then this is a lot of thinking about communicating, and thinking about the passion and the attraction as well, but also thinking about, you know, if somebody's holding off on being with someone else, that other one who's holding off is really considering, like, I know this is maybe trouble, maybe I don't need this in my life, but I'm strongly considering doing this, you know, because maybe I want a little bit of the kind of trouble you're bringing, kind of thing. So, okay, pause the video if you need more time. If you haven't chose already, we're going to get started with Inigo Montoya, Group 1. Excuse me. This is supposed to be about how your person views you, though, so, you know. I'm tempted to do a whole spread on this, but if you wanted a whole spread done for your particular situation, excuse me. Anyway, my email address is down below. You can order a private video recorded reading, or go to Keen for $1 for 5 minutes. That's linked below too. We'll see what comes out, though. The intention, like I said before, this reading is to see how this person is viewing you presently, okay? So some of you could be Aquarius, getting some Pisces, could be Pisces, Aquarius cusp, dealing with the Pisces, dealing with an Aquarius. Water signs in general. Somebody could be a 9 life path as well. Some of you just don't know your numerology. You can Google that and find out real easily, okay? How does this person view Group 1? Oh my. So it feels like this person is feeling that, you know, things are heated, prepare to die. That's, you know, not literal, regardless of what the images are showing. These images, I realize, are, you know, a bit graphic and a bit dramatic, but they make the point of, this card is signifying, 10 of Swords we relate to, and it signifies like a betrayal or a painful ending, okay? And it just feels like this person is saying that, you know, they perceive you that way. Maybe things have ended between the 2 of you. Maybe they see that you have experienced an ending in your life, or that you have been betrayed before, if not by them, by somebody else, or I'm hearing more so like a lot of people perhaps. But this person, whether it's you or not, this person is, I mean, that's what's coming out, saying that this person feels like you are maybe down on your luck, okay? Maybe you're tired, maybe, you know, it just feels like, you ever see somebody walking down the street and they just look like they've got the world on their shoulders. Maybe they have a little bit of a slumped posture or something like that. So that's what, you know, that's what's basically coming through. Like, this person feels like you have a feeling or a sense of having experienced loss or betrayal or something happening, maybe. Okay, maybe you're just going through a dark night of the soul. If this doesn't resonate, cool, choose a different group. Or this could be talking about your person. If you're like, this is my person, that's how I view them. Well, you guys, great minds think alike, because they're saying that they view you this way. And we could be talking about, at work, they could be like in one life area. Like maybe you're not 10 of swords all the time, but perhaps, for example, you feel overwhelmed at work, or there's been a setback at work, or you didn't get the promotion, or there's something here about loss, okay? Just not getting what you want. And I feel like this person does feel empathetic towards this. And it kind of just reminds them of what they've been through and how they've had to overcome things and face adversity as well. And so in that sense, they do have empathy for whatever you're going through. Interesting. Even if they're the one that caused it, huh? Let's see what else. Yeah, we've got the Star. So number 8, that's again Aquarius energy, like I mentioned before. And I did mention Leo energy, and the Star is Leo energy too. So I guess we can relate the Ten of Swords to being a bit like the Tower in terms of things falling down, things not working out. They're both kind of, they're painful cards, they're painful energy, and after the 10 comes the 1, so you guys could be talking about a new beginning with this person, like the cycle has closed, and now let's talk about a new beginning, starting again with that Ace of Swords before. But at any rate, this person is viewing you as somebody that things have, gone downhill in your life, to say the least. So there's been some sort of an ending, some sort of a loss. But the Star is about renewal and hope, okay? The Star is about still feeling good, still doing good in your life. So it's really about, having hope and seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So it's like when you're going through hell, just keep going, right? That's the quickest way through it, or the quickest way past it, right? The quickest way past it is to keep going. The quickest way past it is through it. And so this person feels like, or seeing you as somebody that's getting through it, okay? Honestly, they don't feel like you're through it yet. They still see you first and foremost as somebody that has been through basically hell, a lot of trials. And yet they also see, though, that you are strong and that you are still a good person. And it's like it didn't get to you. Like I'm getting that scene from Pretty in Pink, where Molly Ringwald says that, like, at the end she's going to go to the prom, and somebody, I think, questions her, why would she do that and everything, and she's just like, I just want to let them know that they didn't break me. So it's that kind of a thing, like you still holding your head up high, and you're still just a very strong person, and I think you help other people as well. It's like whatever you've gone through, it's kind of like gotten you more in touch with your humanity in a way that other people can relate to it. And it's helpful that other people can see, like, group 1 went through this, but group 1 is still standing, and group 1, is still, still hopeful, still has faith, still can help themselves, still can help other people. It's like if you tell your story, it's helpful to other people, because the Star is about communication as well. So something about you, this person views you as somebody that's a good communicator, or communicates in a way people can relate to. It's almost that storyteller vibe that we can get from, like, Leo energy sometimes, that I get from Leo energy, where, they have a way of telling a story and a way that kind of, like, just teaches a lesson. And Aquarius can do that as well. I was going to say Aries I think can do it, but in fewer words, right? This energy is a little bit more verbose and talks a little bit more. So maybe you are a talker, maybe you're not. This person sees you, though, as somebody that has quite the story to tell, despite everything you've been through. And what good story doesn't have some drama and doesn't have crisis or conflict? That's an element of stories. So this person seeing you as that person that has quite the story to tell, and they also see you as somebody that's very radiant, very graceful, like your appearance. And whatever you've been through, you still have, like, this serene expression on your face. Like this picture that I chose for this card, very serene expression. So whatever you've done, you're still, like, come across as calm and gentle, and there's something soothing and comforting and uplifting about you and your appearance. And so you do make people around you and this person feel, peaceful and feel hopeful. You're like a healing balm. You're like a healer. And that brings some encouragement and inspiration to this person. Like, they see you as someone that brings that optimism, that upliftment, that despite, having gone through all this, you just have this inner ability to see the positive in every situation. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you're walking around like Pollyanna all the time. I did have a good friend who is one of the signs that I mentioned, and one of the things was that on the outside she did always look very calm, even stoic at times, and then you know, one time she wanted to confide in me to let me know that, you know, I actually am a very positive thinker. She's like, you might not be able to tell that, you know, from the surface because, you know, and because she did, she had a good game face. She's like, and she was a tough person, right? She'd been through a lot. She was strong. She had a good game face, but inside, she was a little bit of a Pollyanna. Inside, she was an optimist. So I feel like that'll resonate for some people here, even if it's not immediately obvious to you. Maybe this is something you're learning, that this person, you know, is seeing this about you. If you don't know this about yourself, they're seeing this in you, that you, there's something humanitarian about you. Like I said, I think I mentioned the number 9 earlier in the intro. And that is a humanitarian number. So you could have that life path, be born on the 9th of the month, or something like that. There's something new about your mindset, because the star is about, it's Aquarius energy, which is about innovation. It's about doing things in a new way. It's about the future. So there could be something like visionary, or, you know, new about you. Like you look different, you look new. So I'm also getting that scene from the last unicorn where they see Lady Amalthea and they say, you know, about her that there's a newness about her, there's a strangeness about her. So I feel like you just maybe fit that bill. This person feels like there's something different about you, okay? And yeah, so they just feel that you are someone that brings hope, brings positivity. Like despite everything that you've been through, you're a healer, you uplift others, and you're maybe experiencing some hard times, but they definitely see you as somebody that will renew, like the phoenix rising from the ashes, right? You know what happens when the house burns down to the ground, for example, you know, it leaves ashes, but that ash, you know, fertilizes the soil. And then the next time, you know, it's season and it's growing season, then that soil is really fertile, and a lot of beautiful, wonderful things, and a whole garden and flowers and everything can more easily grow from that. So there's that. So basically, like whatever you're going through, this person feels like you're just going to rise from the ashes and be better than ever, and that, you know, they didn't break you, kind of thing. Okay, so let's get another card on how this person sees the viewer. Page of Cups. They also see you as a sweetheart. They basically just see you as a sweetheart. Page of Cups. Okay, so more water sign energy there. You could be an affectionate person. Maybe, you know, you don't have a lot to offer, but you still would make that, you know, effort to, you know, help people out, to show that you care. And that goes along with that. So that does feel like more in a romantic sense, but not necessarily. That could maybe not be the only thing. It does feel like they just see you in general like this. And if you're a parent, this person feels like you are, you know, you're a good parent, or you would make a good parent. Like you're in touch with your inner child. And the pages are about newness as well. So that backs up what I said a moment ago about there's something new, there's something different about you. So it doesn't matter what age you are. You could be on the younger side. There could be, you know, a child or a young person affecting the situation. But what I'm really taking away from it is that there is a newness about you. Like there's still some sort of hope and optimism about you, like life. And its trials has not taken that away from you. Like you still have that imaginative, emotionally open energy about you. You could be creative and work in a creative field, or you just, there's something about you that is fresh and youthful, and you could even have like a faraway look in your eye. Both of these cards can be dreamy energies. Both of these cards can be pie in the sky, wearing rose-colored glasses, just seeing the bright side of things. So this person sees you as somebody like that. They also see you as an emotional person, a very emotional person. One of the things about Page of Cups is they're very emotional, but unlike the other cups, like the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, etc., they don't have a good handle on their emotions. Okay, so they could either love something a lot, and it can be contagious how much they love something, or they can really dislike something a lot, and that too can be, you know, contagious, or it can be a little tough to be around, you know, when somebody's being emotional like that. I don't feel that you are terribly emotional on the outside. Like I said, I feel like maybe you guys come across in that star energy. If anything, you look tough because you've been through a lot. But there is this energy of this Page of Cups where underneath, still waters run deep. So you're probably intuitive, you're very creative, you maybe have very expressive features. Like sometimes you don't realize that you are appearing more expressive than maybe you think that you are. Okay. I think this person is in tune with your energy. They feel like you're in tune with them because of this Page of Cups intuitive energy. So I think you're probably in some sort of creative field or some field where you are helping people, but not on a real superficial level. Or if you are in a position like that, or in a situation where you're helping people in this more superficial way, you bring like an extra layer of kindness, gentleness. There's an emotional connection in there. And does it affect you and do you walk around, smiling all the time like an idiot? That's from a movie. I don't think if you smile all the time, you're an idiot. But some Eastern European countries claim that about Americans. But anyways, do you do that? No. You not necessarily. I don't feel like you do. I feel like you are more serene, but inside you, there's still this spark. There's still this bubbling up of like youthfulness in your heart space and in your emotions that this person perceives in you. Now, I think I'm just going to get a different deck. I was going to use an oracle deck. So if the reading is resonating, please hit the like button and subscribe. It does support the channel and help to keep it going. I do appreciate it. And let's just get some from this deck as well. And then I'm going to take it to group 2. Okay. I have a feeling Page of Swords was going to come out. I don't know why. And then there's that King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. We've got some Cancerian and some Leo energy. Somebody could be on the cusp, as well as the obvious energies of the Wands, which is fire, and the Swords, which is air. So this person also perceives you as someone that has a lot to learn. Okay. And it's like, you could be a student, literally speaking, or you're just a lifelong learner, that you're in some way starting over. So this kind of matches that 10 of Swords. 10 is an ending. Page of Swords, like Ace of Swords, in a sense that it's the beginning of a new cycle. And it's about observing and learning what you can, most likely from a distance. So is this person feeling like maybe you're watching them from a distance, or you're observing them? At the very least, it's like they feel like you are observing them. So if you thought you was being sneaky, you're not. Or maybe, that doesn't resonate. Cool. So it will resonate for someone, though, because it's coming out in the reading where this person perceives that. They see you as a very observant person, just very observant, again, with the youthful energy, a thirst for knowledge. Something here feels vital, eager, somebody that is very alert, intelligent, and curious as well. You could be embodying some of like this air sign energy where, air signs tend to be very quick in their movements and in their thinking and in their speaking, and they are just feels like very mentally sharp. So I feel when your emotions get the better of you, you shift into intellectual mode and you start using your mind more, which I think, it's kind of a defense mechanism, but I think it's also a good strategy, isn't it? Because if your feelings are getting all up and down, you shift into kind of like ego mode or mind mode, so that you can kind of talk yourself out of it or redirect your mind in a way that will help you to kind of deal with your emotions. Or maybe you have a tendency to intellectualize your emotions as well, or this person perceives that. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's a way that you balance yourself, really. I think that's how this person's perceiving you, is this is a way that you balance yourself. Like you start to get emotional, you start to get unsettled internally, emotionally speaking, or, if you don't understand something, maybe it's your own self you don't understand, whatever the case may be, then you start using your head, you start observing, you turn on that logic, that intellect, and you really start using your mind to figure things out. And if you don't know the answer, then you start seeking the answer. Hence why you're at the reading, why you're at a reading, because you want to learn something, right? Learn something about this situation, in this case, how this person feels about, or not how they feel, but how they perceive you. So you're here to learn. This person sees you as someone that likes to learn. Like you don't just you know, I don't know, you just don't accept, you know, what you don't understand. You try to learn about it. And so they see you as someone that has a lot to learn still about balancing your emotions and knowing too, like kind of like what you bring to the table. Like maybe you don't completely, you know your worth at this point. Whether you do or you don't, this person's perceiving you this way as learning about being balanced, you know, patient, more self-controlled, more moderate. And I think, and growing up, because if you're younger than this person or young at heart, then there's this element of this person's like, this person is still, group one is still finding their way, they're still growing up. Because Temperance is a very mature card. It's Sagittarius, it's the mature fire sign, you know, arguably, but technically speaking it is. So it's like you're making this transition to like coming to a place of more peace. And we did see that with the star and the Temperance have something in common. It's about, you know, finding peace, you know, and so it's a good thing. So this is kind of like the story of how this person, like, how do they see you first and foremost? How do they view you? There's somebody that's been through it, somebody that's had a painful ending, some maybe betrayal and loss. And they also see you as somebody that is picking themselves up, hasn't lost hope, and is still a good person, and still a good person to be around, and helpful to others and healing to others, even though, you know, you yourself are still healing. And in a way, through healing others, you're healing yourself. And then they see you as, and there's a little bit of that kind of like childishness within you, this naivete, but also this delightful, sort of youthful, vital energy. But where your emotions get rocky, you know, get into your head and you shift into gear, and you know how to, and put on your big girl pants, put on your big boy pants enough to kind of like make sense of it, think about it. Don't let like your emotions carry you away, but instead try to understand them, try to learn what you can, try to figure out the things that you don't know. And that this is what's keeping you balanced, or this is what's going to, you know, ultimately pay off for you in a way that, you know, your life is, you know, that you have basically, you know, a peaceful life, or at least one where you can, you know, figure out how to get along with them or get along with other people in a way that feels balanced and feels good, and just in a way that you can make the most of it and find satisfaction. So they feel like you're on a learning curve to find your true satisfaction, your true way of making it in the world and getting along with other people, kind of thing. So this is what I've got for you guys, Group 1. Thanks for tuning into the reading. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It does support the channel and keep it going. If you like a private reading, my contact information is down below, as well as that $1 for 5 minutes on Keen. And I'm going to take you to Group 2. You can stick around for that as well if you'd like to. Otherwise, I'll talk to you guys next time. All right, Group 2, thanks for tuning into your reading. So for you, we have the Ace of Spades. Sex is emotion in motion. Okay, that's the card that you chose. So let's find out how your person of interest thinks about you. Like, how do they view you? How do they see you? Okay. Now I'm trying to see which cards do I want next for Group 2. How does Group 2's person of interest see them? How are they viewed? Or just in general, how is Group 2 viewed? What does Group 2 need to know now about how they are viewed? Let's put it that way. I've got a lot of shy water signs watching my channel. I say shy because you guys don't say much. you don't come for readings much. Scorpios do. I get quite a few Scorpios in my private practice, because you guys like how I break it down. Sometimes you're a little intense even for me. Not gonna lie, but you know that, you can tell, and you back off a little. and you like to be spoken to directly, and I like to speak to people directly. But my Cancers and my Pisces, you guys can be a little shy with me, my energy. But I am getting a happy Jupiter and Pisces type vibe. So anyway, how does this person view the viewer? We've got 8 of Wands, okay? So 8 of Wands, what can we say about 8 of Wands? It's fire sign energy. So Mercury and Sagittarius, swiftness. But we see on this particular card, in this deck, that they are surrounded by water. We've got dolphins here too, which could be somebody's spirit animal, or somebody could have like an affinity for dolphins. In other words, they really like dolphins, okay? And dolphins are said to be kind of humanitarian, even though they're not humans. And along the evolutionary timeline, they kind of split off from humans at a point like further along that timeline than one might think. In other words, they're very intelligent, and they have like human-like intelligence. Some studies, and probably a lot of studies at this point, have shown. So there is this energy of kind of, and they're known to be helpful, right? If they see like a human struggling in the water and stuff like that, they will try to help that human. I mean, they've been known to do those sorts of things. But I don't want to get too much down that path. What I'm saying is, this is all evidence or clues as to what this person, how they view you as a helpful person, as someone that maybe you are this person's friend. Maybe if you see someone in distress, you try to show up for them. Some of you are elusive as well, is what I'm getting. You could be a very busy person with this 8 of Wands energy. So somebody that is very energetic, very always moving, always in motion, getting that kind of air sign vibe as well. You could be somebody that works in like urgent care, for example, or as a waiter or waitress, or some place where you're running around, you're hustling. Or maybe, this is who you were at the time that they last saw you, or when you knew each other, if this is someone from the past. If it's someone from the present, whoever this person is, like, you're being perceived as that way, being energetic, being quick, being decisive, overall being positive, but maybe a little bit restless, a little bit impatient. So maybe we're talking about like a water sign perceiving like a fire sign this way, because I can see that. Because just think about the elements. Fire flickers and water flows. So to the flowing water, the flickering fire, that looks very quick. It looks like a little, I don't know, restless, right? A little bit temperamental. It's not, it's just flicking. So anyway, this person is perceiving you that way. And maybe you are somebody that has a fast car, likes to drive quickly. Okay. Maybe you are somebody that has a really big vocabulary or a different kind of way of expressing yourself, but it feels like your communication style is different from what they're used to. And I think that I'm just getting kind of like this air sign vibe of being able to communicate quickly, to think fast, like think on your feet, think fast. I'm also getting, again, like I said, I feel like it's a positive energy here. So, overall positive. This person thinks you're smart. They think you're really smart, that you understand like complex ideas, that you're maybe a fast learner, or you're better at understanding things quicker than other people. You could do stuff too, like action adventure type hobbies or career, or something where this person sees you as somebody that maybe travels a lot. Or you could be like a journalist, or something where you're out there and you're moving. Like I said, you're on the move here. That's how they view you, as being, adaptable and rolling with the punches, and keeping up to speed on things, and not to be outdone is what I'm getting. You stay like one step ahead. You're very fast in your mind and in your movements. Okay, so this could be vice versa. Your person could be this way, but this is how you know, if this is your reading and this is what's coming through with, that's what Eight of Wands means when we're talking about like how a person sees you. Like you make things happen like quick. I mean, my a family tarot reader used to say that when I was a teenager, whenever this card would come out, this is fast, this is fast. And that was all she would say. It's English second language, right? English was her second language. She was Filipino. And that's what she would say when she sees the Wands, this is going to happen fast. I'm like, okay, cool. This happened fast. So that's how they feel like, you know, take it how it resonates. But they do feel like there's a sense of urgency with you. Okay. And especially if they're a slower moving sign like earth or water or something like that, or their energy is a little bit slower moving, you know, then maybe you don't feel like you're particularly quick, but this person does. Let's see. How else does this person view the viewer? What's that Scorpio energy? So I mentioned Scorpio at the beginning, did I not? Oh my. See, and I did mention water sign energy too. This person feels like you are transformative and that you have transformed them. I think they are a slower person. They feel like they have to pick up the pace in terms of like they have to think faster, think on their feet, move faster, do more in order to just that's the influence that you have on this person. But yeah, okay. So we're going to do a split here. We got Death. What's Mr. Death doing here? He's nine of Wandsing. Let's go with that. He's 9 of Wandsing. And what's Mrs. Queen of Cups doing here? She's 5 of Pentacling. Why is she 5 of Pentacling? Okay, I'm just going to be goofy and say it like that because that makes sense to me. And I know it makes sense to some of you. Some of my earth signs are like, what? That doesn't make sense. And then they think about it for a second. They're, okay, yeah, that does actually. So yeah, this is kind of what I was saying. Like you put an end to like the wait, because 9 of Wands is about waiting. It's about holding on for so long, and you're wondering like, am I ever going to get relief from this period of waiting? Like I've got to stand here and be on guard. I've just got to, you know, hold the fort myself, right? Is anybody ever going to help me, or am I ever going to, you know, move past this? And this person, like, they feel like that's kind of who you are. So you could, you know, have felt that way. Like maybe you want an end to the wait. And does this person as well. Okay. So somebody's waiting. This person perceives you as like done waiting. And you also make this person feel like they're done waiting, done being slow, like they have to pick up the pace. That's just what I was saying. And in other ways, they also feel like you're kind of mysterious, right? Water signs do tend to be a bit mysterious. Like you really have to listen to your intuition and go within to kind of figure out what the hell is going on with them. Navigate their watery landscape and get a feel for it. And that's how this person sees you. Enigmatic, mysterious. You could be into witchy stuff. You are, after all, watching a tarot reading where you're just interested in mysteries, interested in understanding things in a deeper level. They feel like there's more to you than meets the eye. Like if on the surface you're always busy doing stuff, like you know how some people just always keep themselves busy all the time so they don't really have to go within and look at themselves, or they prefer to be busy, and that's fine, you know, good. But sometimes it's being done, like I have a relative who's that way. They're Aquarius sun. And so you can tell that the constant movement is to avoid, you know, just being still and being with themselves. It's to avoid something, right? In that case. And I feel like that this person feels like maybe some of you are doing that, but for others of you, it's this person feeling like there's just more to you than what's on the surface. There's so much more to you. So you could, you know, be a fire rising and air rising, and then underneath, you know, have a lot of water in your chart or something else that's in your chart that just grounds you, makes this person feel like there's just more to you than what people see. So also this is about transformation. So you could have gone through a glow up, or you go through style changes. You change your style quite a bit, depending. You're one of those people maybe that likes to look completely different sometimes. Like one day you're looking like a tomboy or something, and then the next time they see you, you're looking all I'm trying to avoid using a lot of the expressions that date me, but I really don't care. I don't care if I'm dated, so I don't know why I'm trying to do that. Hotsy totsy is what I was going to say. You're all done up. You're all dolled up. A lot of my sayings aren't even from my era. I'm just pick up stuff, and if I like it, I keep it. So this person feels like you are, there's something intense about you as well. Okay, something intense about you, and they feel like you're changing, or that you've changed. And I just feel like your style, like I keep getting Madonna, and like in my era or whatever, during her heyday, she was just always changing completely. Like her style was always changing. You could never pin her down as she's this type of person. She, this is her type of style. No, because she would change it like completely. And I'm not saying you do that, but there's some sort of change that this person is feeling. Like they perceive you as somebody that changes, and that you're always kind of mirroring changes, and that you bring change whenever you're around. You, like, the room changes, like people change as a result of dealing with you. Whether you're, I'm not saying you're out here trying to change people, but if this is your reading, you'll resonate with that. Like, you can be around someone and they can change you even just by knowing them. Just for some reason they have that kind of influence. And I think that this person also feels like you are not afraid to change, and you're not afraid to adopt new ways of being, new ways of thinking, going into new phases. Like, you feel like that's natural and necessary to your growth, especially if you want to get out of some sort of a rut, or get out of this energy of being blocked, because they feel like you're changing from being somebody that, just has been through it and hasn't had the help or the support that they need, but you're coming into this energy of being the Queen of Cups, and it's like, despite any sort of losses, financial or otherwise, you are embodying this lovely Queen of Cups energy, which is somebody that is nurturing, healing, and supportive. So this person really feels like you have all these great qualities, and they think that let's just summarize, you might be quite the busy person, and you might be, just basically very busy, got a lot going on the move, but then they see you as somebody that, is changing, transforming. And maybe you're waiting for results, but it's like you're not waiting anymore. Instead, you are, some of you, this Queen of Cups representing your person, regardless of gender, and they feel like you are they're going to relieve you of what, some of these struggles that you're going through. But they don't have anything much to offer you in terms of like physical assets, but they do miss you if this is somebody from the past. And others of you, this is, your person, thinking that, you don't have much in the way of like physical assets, but you do have a lot of love to offer. You're intuitive, you're understanding, you're deep, you're maybe a little bit dreamy, but you're maybe a little bit eccentric, maybe hard to keep up with. They definitely get you hard to keep up with. Like, you're hard to pin down, or so like if you try to hold water in your hand, it slips through your finger. That doesn't work. Your fingers, that doesn't work very well, regardless of element, though. You're kind of hard to understand, I think. It's interesting. Let's get some more cards for you. Just gonna get one from this deck since you got so many more cards here. It's like, as a person, you are actually quite attractive, beautiful. This person views you as an attractive, beautiful person, a lovely person. That you have a lot to offer, especially in terms of your feminine energy, because we all have masculine and feminine regardless of who is watching your feminine energy. So you're very attractive, intuitive, understanding, all these soft qualities, right? These soft skills. But not doing so great financially, or again, there's this energy of kind of like needing help or waiting for assistance, but not really getting it or not accepting it when it's there. I don't know. So, for group 2, how else does this person view them? 5 of Swords. And the plot thickens. Okay, so, and then we've got Death again at the bottom of the deck. This person views you as somebody that is changing. Now, I don't know if you were in the 5 of Swords energy with them or in general before. That's kind of an argumentative, just an energy of not getting along well with others, or an energy of having to deal with someone like that. I don't really feel like this is your person. I don't feel like they were the ones that were, mistreating you. But, anything's possible. It's a general reading as well. But this person perceives, I have to be honest, like that, we get to the 9 of Wands after the 7 and the 8 of Wands. The 5 of Wands is about conflict. The 6 of Wands is about subversive or sneaky conflict, right? 7 of Wands is about conflict. 9 of Wands is kind of like, okay, I have, stood my ground, and I have, put up my guards. Like, I am at a place where I can, it's still, the conflict is still ongoing, but I'm at a place where I can rest. So it's like this person feels you, like things are changing for you, that you're not going to be involved in conflict anymore. Maybe like you realize that certain ways of thinking, certain ways of interacting or speaking, are unproductive, and that you're not going to be dealing with these type of people anymore. You're not going to put up with it anymore, because this is a very cold, sort of sharp energy here. It's a rigid energy, and it's someone that can drain you quite easily, someone with whom you feel like you have to walk on eggshells. And this person feels like, that's changing. That's not going to happen. Like, that's being put a stop to. So, it's interesting. Could be too talking about kind of work that you do, but it's all about, being in a battle and, struggling with feelings of being left out. But sometimes it means that this person has alienated themselves because they're so confrontational. So I don't know if you are a confrontational person, or you feel like your person is the one that alienated themselves and pushed you away. I'm not sure what this, it'll depend on, who's watching and stuff. So, but it can be either way. And it does feel like this person is saying, like, you're changing, or you've changed. Like, you don't handle things in the same way anymore. So let's get one more card on this. Yeah, they feel like you've changed, that you've become more soft, so to speak. That you have left this behind. Maybe you left someone or situation like this behind, but new beginnings here with the Ace of Wands. And 5 + 1 is 6, which reduces, like 6 is a loving, caring, nurturing number. So it's very different energy from the 5 of Swords. Maybe you experienced some sort of a hollow victory, but it didn't leave you fulfilled in the way that you had thought it would, or, you know, after putting a lot of effort into something, it didn't quite pay off, but you're still like a lovely person and you still have all these wonderful qualities. Kind of like this energy of, you know, when all is lost, that's when you really find yourself kind of thing. It's like a purification process. It's like getting rid of conflict, getting rid of certain ways of interacting or certain situations that not only don't serve you, but are also just harmful, you know, to yourself and other people. It's just a bad situation, and this person feels like that's done, that's over, like that's changed, and they see you as someone that has overcome that and is starting new, starting fresh, and creating a new phase within your life, a more inspired phase. And so it's like you're starting over again kind of thing. But it's good because whatever ended with this Five of Swords, it was bad anyway, so it needed to. So this is what I've got for you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Please hit the like button and subscribe. It does support the channel and help to keep it going. And if you'd like a private reading, my contact information is in the description box below the video, and there's that $1 for 5 minutes on Keen. You can stick around for group 3 if you feel guided to, or choose a different group, but thank you for watching. All right, welcome group 3. So your card was, it takes 2 to get 1 in trouble. It takes 2 to get 1 in trouble. What could you mean by that? Guess we're gonna find out. Let me get you a deck here. See what deck we want to use. I'm gonna use my That's So 80s deck again because I can. And unless there's something else maybe I want to use. Nah, this will do. So for everyone watching group 3, did I say group 3 before? I meant group 3. So for everyone watching group 3, how does their person of interest, or how do people see them? Just how do people see them? What do they need to know about how people see them? How people view them? Group 3. 3 of Swords. Have some of you gone through a breakup? Or some of you blindsided by a cheating situation? I'm hearing an affair. Okay. So we're kind of back in this energy on the channel where we're dealing with a lot of kind of deals like third-party type deals. Okay. We can go off the picture itself where maybe somebody liked someone else who was liking somebody else, right? Unreciprocated love is this kind of an situation. If that's the case, probably it wouldn't be triggering because you'd already know if that's the case. But 3 of Swords, let's just stick to what it means when we're talking about 3 of Swords as a person. And this person sees you as somebody that's gone through or going through emotional pain. So maybe this is an ex. Maybe this is a friend that's just seeing this. Whoever you're asking about, though, they feel like you're going through some sort of difficult life experience, whether that's a loss, betrayal, or heartbreak. I think like one of the previous groups also talked about this. I think it was group 1, so maybe if you wanted to watch that too, that might be helpful, but we'll see what else comes out in this reading. That and that's how you feel. I mean, that's how they feel. They feel you feel that way, that you've been majorly let down, and maybe you look like you don't make eye contact, you know, when they make eye contact, or with other people, or you're frowning a lot. There's something about your energy that makes this person, you know, view you this way. And it's a tough energy to be in. So hopefully they're just completely wrong about this and you're actually very happy, but a lot of you honestly will resonate with this deep sense of feeling vulnerable, feeling exposed, feeling, you know, challenged. Some heartache, some heartbreak here. The thing with this air sign energy, 3 of Swords, is that even though their feelings are valid, and if their heart has been hurt, that's valid, they do tend to overthink and overanalyze that pain, which makes it greater. So if you're doing that, that's kind of like a warning to stop. You know, redirect your mind, just feel your feelings, and just comfort yourself and give yourself some grace instead of overanalyzing, okay? because that just adds to the distress. That just adds to that. And the air signs are not great at dealing with their emotions anyway, right? Because that's not the realm of air. Air is the realm of mind. Generally speaking, the fire and the water signs are more the realm of emotion. And so they have more practice on some of those things. The mind is very good because mind and thinking creates emotion. So we can use the mind as a tool to diffuse emotions. But right now, this person is perceiving you as someone that is grieving, okay? Or you could even work in a field maybe where you're a counselor or something. You deal with people who are experiencing loss, like a grief counselor or something along those lines. This person feels empathy towards you for what you're going through. And if they're the ones that caused, the grief, then, they're aware of that. They do feel, empathy for you on that. At the very least, that's what they're feeling. But they do perceive you as somebody that's experiencing some grief. And how else does this person view the viewer? We've got the King of Cups. Okay. This feels like it is related to a relationship. We've got the Two of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. And I am getting water sign, earth sign, and Aquarius energy coming through pretty strongly. You could be a masculine watching because the King of Cups is a masculine, or it does feel like, your person, okay? So somebody here is just, Five of Pentacles is a loss, okay? Five of Pentacles is being left out in the cold. I'm not sure why Light Bright is the representative of Five of Pentacles. I guess it can correlate to the light that we see on the traditional tarot card, Five of Pentacles, where the poor people are standing outside of the church and they're looking, in from the outside. They're looking in and they see the light there, but they kind of, they don't pay attention to it, right? It's a sign of hope, but they don't feel like they can really do anything about it. Like they're not in a position to, or their pride won't let them, accept that help, or there's just no more help to be given at that time. Okay. I feel like that is kind of a personal message, but somebody will resonate with that. Like maybe somebody here is trying to help someone else or wants to do so. We already saw that your person feels empathetic towards you. I think your person does have water in their chart or some other way of like feeling empathetic. King of Cups very emotional, but emotionally mature as well. But I don't think this particular King of Cups, whoever this is doing very well in the 3D, in the physical realm. Okay, but in terms of how this person sees you, they see you like despite, they don't feel like you're unhinged as a result of whatever struggles you're experiencing. They feel instead that you remain compassionate, that you have a deep understanding for others. This does feel like group 1 energy. They feel like you're able to maintain balance, like hold your composure despite challenging situations. And so it's interesting. This person must know you pretty well, or they're just perceptive. Like if this is your story for real and you do feel like the way this person's describing you, then this person is pretty perceptive, because on the outside, it must be, there's something about you is giving longing vibes, or being in lack, specifically being hurt. But at the same time, this person can see that you are very strong and that you are more balanced and you can handle the ups and downs of life and the challenges life is throwing at you with a lot of grace. And they do feel like you're somebody that's very understanding of other people. Okay, so they feel like you are like you're an emotionally safe space. Like it's interesting because you've been hurt. obviously with that Three of Swords, they perceive you as that. They view you as being hurt, but yet still being like an emotionally safe space. You're having complex emotions, but you're also still wise. You're still empathetic. There's still something comforting about you. You know, you're in this Five of Pentacles energy too. They feel like you're experiencing some sort of material loss, and yet they, you know, perceive you as still like holding it together, maybe for your family, maybe for your friends, maybe for them, if you're in a relationship, or just in general, that they look at you this way, and that you are someone that, I mean, you definitely appear like things are not going well for you right now, and I hope that's not the case. I intend things get better for you, but they do view you as somebody that maybe is feeling isolated, financially strained, going through some tough times emotionally, yet you continue to hold your composure, and I think they admire that, respect that, but they do feel like you are overwhelmed. Okay, and that you might be just like not getting paid what you're worth, for example, or there's some obstacles to obtaining material stability and coping with like the demands of the world. And I think a lot of people feel this way right now, so it's not completely unusual or unique, you know, how this person is perceiving you in that sense. So if this is resonating, please hit the like button and subscribe. If you'd like a private reading, my contact information is in the description box down below the video. And then there's that $5 for 1 minute on, or $1 for 5 minutes on Keen. And I'm going to get you another card here from another deck. How else does this person feel about, or rather view, how do they view group 3? Okay. Got a couple cards coming out. I'm not going to take them because I really only wanted one. Some of you could be earth signs. Again, more water energy. I'm feeling like for some of you that the feminine, whoever the feminine is in the situation, if it's the viewer, this person feels like you've changed directions, that you've walked away. Some of you could have been doing better for yourselves, but you're not doing as well anymore. Maybe you changed jobs and it was a demotion. It didn't go as well. I'm also getting just like a separation. As we like to say, somebody walking away. And if so, you know, like this person is perceiving you as being like heartbroken over it, being at a loss over it, even if you're not showing it. And some of you, that's maybe not the case. You don't feel that way, but this person, maybe they just like to tell themselves that's how you feel, especially if you were the one that walked away, or, you know, if it ended badly, then this person is like, well, I view group 3 as, you know, they're struggling, you know, over this, you know. They're not better off without me, kind of thing. But then again, you know, maybe I feel like a lot of you are going through some of this, having ups and downs for sure in life. So how else does this person view the viewer, and what does the viewer need to know about how this person views them? Okay. They're grateful. Thank you here. A lot of different people around the situation. We've got a lot of different people on this card, So there's a sense of viewing you as a grateful person, or somebody that does for others and is owed gratitude. Okay. But it is a good sort of like a good positive energy in that way. Like you do for others and you are owed gratitude, or people are grateful to you. They're grateful to you. There's this energy of gratitude here, saying thank you. This card's saying thank you. Okay, so beyond the thank you, how does this person view the viewer? Seven of Cups. You have choices. They view you as somebody, yeah, that has choices. And it is talking about love, but also just life paths in general. Like you have choices. That's how this person views you. And I think it also has to do with like career-wise as well. So even if things are going poorly for you, like say financially, because we did get the Five of Pentacles, which is, you know, that's a strong financial card. This person views you as somebody that, you know, you have choices. You have other avenues you can take. Maybe you've already done so, and they see you like taking the ball and running with it, like you know how to start again. They're pretty confident that, you know, you can start over basically, and that you're gonna, and it's gonna be good. Like you can have a solid new beginning somewhere else or with someone else doing something else, and you're gonna be good. And if you're not already doing that, you know, they perceive you also as being dreamy and imaginative, maybe having like fantasies as well about things. I feel like some of you have been kind of had your bubble burst, whether it's this person with regard to this person, or you burst their bubble, and like you've had to be like smacked by reality, and this person perceives that, or this person's just perceiving it that way. And because they do see you as kind of like having a dreamy sort of quality to you, maybe you come across a little spacey or detached, or maybe not so down to earth. I don't think that's the first thing they think of you, because the main energy was that they feel like you're hurting. And then the next energy that they felt is that they feel like you're very strong and emotionally mature. But also that, you know, things aren't going so well for you materially, but that you have a lot to be grateful for, even if that's just that other people are grateful to you, including, you know, them. So you have gratitude. And then, you know, also though, when we get back, you know, all the way down to it, this person views you as somebody that's got this otherworldly quality about them. Okay, maybe you have a tendency to get distracted. You're maybe not always the most focused. Maybe you're not always the most down to earth. This could be contributing to some of the things we've already seen, like the story that's already been told so far and how this person views you. I mean, this could be another clue why they think the things they think, or just kind of like, you know, we're on page 5 of the story, okay? So we're uncovering new things, and this is what's coming through now, that this person feels like, or they view you as having some sort of otherworldly quality. So it's not a bad thing. It's almost like you have a mystical presence. So if you're watching this channel, you're into tarot and things like that, it's not surprising that you might have some otherworldly sort of qualities about you, or have a rich or vivid imagination or a rich fantasy life. And if you have fantasies or had fantasies about this person, maybe, you know, you have options, but you don't want to settle for the guy that you don't want. For example, you want to go after your dream guy, this dreamboat, you know, Jake from 16 Candles. He looks like, yeah, he looks like somebody that I was involved with when I was young. And I did very much kind of like Molly Ringwald in his direction, right? Like, oh, dreamy kind of thing. But you know what? She gets the guy at the end. So sometimes dreams pay off. And this person feels like you are, you know, starting over, and that your imagination is kind of, and you do have an imaginative part to you. You could be in an artistic field, an actor, or doing that as a hobby, or just something about you could be a writer, something maybe just really like television, movies, music, but active imagination. Could be an art teacher as well. You like, you're probably a good manifester. You have the strong ability to be a great manifester because you have a rich imagination, according to this person. But at the very least, they see you as like being dreamy and having options. Like you consider your options. See her face? She's like, which one do I want? Whether that's talking about people, life paths, or just like what you're going to choose to believe next kind of thing. All right, group 3, this is what I've got for you. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Please hit the like button and subscribe. It does support the channel and help to keep going. And if you'd like a private reading, my contact information is down below, and that $1 for 5 minutes on Keen is linked below too. Thanks for watching.